So picture this, you've gone through the process of getting a rough cut out the door from an interview that you shot, and it's time to start layering in your visuals with some B-roll. But your media bin looks like this. Ugh, not good. Randomly clicking around to get the best B-roll is not the most efficient way to create a video. But who has time to log every clip? Well, what if I told you that in one click, you can make your B-roll organization go from this to this? Well, I'm telling you that now. You can just do that, like right now. And let me show you how with Eddie's B-roll logging tool. Now, the best way to show you how our B-roll logging system works is, well, using one of my own projects. So I recently shot an interview series with Emery Duncan, my good friend and a killer musician, about his upcoming album and the process behind recording it. He also told me to tell you all, please stream my music so I can eat next week. Well, hopefully this video helps Emery. So we have a 30-minute interview and about 50 B-roll clips from around his recording studio / cabin / organic herb garden. So what I want to do is create a 4-minute video that he can use as a promo video and build some hype for his album release. First thing to do is create a rough cut using Eddie's rough cut editing model. While that process is super neat in itself, we'll dive into that in a future video. So I'll export that to Premiere, and you'll see here that I have got my cut ready to go with a drag of an icon. So we got an open canvas to work with now, so let's import our B-roll into Eddie. So click New Project and then select Log B-roll. From there, add your collection of B-roll by pressing the arrow and selecting your files. Eddie Desktop transcodes locally, so the upload process should really only take a few minutes. Now, Eddie analyzes your videos using advanced computer vision. It logs each B-roll in incredible depth. It then groups clips by categories that we editors would commonly choose when logging clips manually. And when ready, boom, Eddie lets you know it's ready to export. So now select your NLE of choice. We support Premiere, Resolve, and Final Cut Pro. My favorite is Premiere, so I'll click Premiere and drag that project into my media bin. Here we can see how Eddie organized this footage according to category. Under the folder All B-roll, we have every B-roll clip with a 3 to 5 word description and the original file name next to it. Every clip has a 2-sentence metadata description, which allows for crazy powerful search functions. Next, let's move on to the bin structure. Eddie has chosen 7 different categories to organize this B-roll. So we've got a cabin interiors, we got man playing guitar, studio shots, all great partitions that we can work with. In each category, the folder will contain all the clips assigned to that category, along with a string out of those clips for easy scrubbing and grabbing. You'll also get a folder for the specific shot types if you need specific framing for a moment in your A-roll. When it comes to the best way to finding the best B-roll, it differs from one editor to another on how they prefer to approach it. So I'll go through 3 different approaches that you can use with this logged B-roll. First up will be just a simple clip selection. For this soundbite I have about creating a world with music, I'd like to add some B-roll of Emery playing guitar, so we'll open up the man playing guitar bin and grab a few of those clips and throw them in the timeline where I want them. Next up would be the string out scrub method for those who like to take a look at everything before they make their choice. So I've got a moment where Emery talks about the cabin and how it became a haven for his music. So let's open up our string out from cabin interiors. Here we can scrub through quickly through all the clips and find a clip that fits the moment perfectly. Then you can just drag that clip from the string out into the main timeline. And lastly, we have the searching method. Let's open up our string out for all the B-rolls, which you can find at the bottom of the main folder. Here we've got a moment of Emery talking about the recording process in the A-roll, so let's throw in some B-roll of various instruments. I'm going to open up my markers tab along with my B-roll string out and search instruments. Instantly, we've got a clip that pops up with all of his recording instruments, which is perfect. Now, just to show the power of the metadata here, I know that I shot a clip of one of his Lord of the Rings posters. So I'll search the first few words of that poster, and there it is. There is also a nutcracker. He's got quite a collection over there. Now, I can just parse through the rest of my rough cut, finding the seams that I want to cover with B-roll and the moments that I'd like a visual accompaniment with. It's honestly insane how much easier it is for me to find the right clips compared to my old method of clicking and praying that I found the right clip. And just like that, we've got a timeline with all the best B-roll layered in, creating a dynamic story in a more efficient way. This is also great if you weren't the one that shot the footage. It's all neatly organized for you to parse through in an optimized way, so you can focus more on the placement and pacing for your final product. Now for my final cut, friends, I don't want you to feel left out, so let me show you how it looks in there too. Now, organization-wise, it's still going to look the same as it did in Premiere, but since Apple likes being different, each category is organized using keyword bins, where you'll find your string out and collection of B-roll clips according to the category. With Eddie's B-roll logging, there's no longer the headache of having messy bins. And I'm sure you know as well as I do, no one likes a messy bin. Eddie's B-roll logging tool is available right now in our desktop app, ready for you to try with your own footage. Thanks for watching. I'm Robbie, your content and community manager here at EddieU.ai, and I'll see you in the next one.